So we ended up with 2 roosters out of the 4 chickens we got. Sally there and Peanut, the white one. You can tell how their tail feathers are curled, and they have the saddle feathers, which are the extra long feathers back by the wing. Fortunately, our town does not allow you to have roosters. So we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with these 2 guys. We were getting ready to go to the cottage on the weekend, and so we were up early and heard a crow. Did a bunch of research, and now I know what to look for in the feathers. When we got them, they were 4 months old, and so their adult feathers hadn't come in yet, and it was really hard to tell. But about 2 weeks ago they started getting their adult feathers, and we could really tell all the color changes. It's unfortunate. Sally has been my favorite for a while. But that's just part of farming. So last week was a difficult one. We ended up with 2 roosters out of the 4 chickens that we got, and unfortunately our township does not allow you to keep roosters as part of a backyard flock. So we contacted the farmer where we got them, and she agreed to an exchange, and unfortunately the farmer wasn't very nice about it, upset understandably about having to exchange. So she basically said she's going to feed the roosters to the coyotes. One of them, Sally, who became Sal, was very docile, and I grew pretty attached, so that was upsetting to hear. And the only chickens that she had that she could exchange for are 3 months old, and ours were 6 months, so we are taking a step back. Then when we brought the new ones home, our other hens didn't really like it, and one of them, Gloria, actually was trying to kill the new ones, so that was very stressful. So now we are keeping them separated in the coop by some chicken wire so that they can be next to each other but not in Gloria's reach. So let me show you what we've been doing. So the first night home with the little ones, we decided we should put them inside the coop for the night so they got settled. And when I came out to check on them before bed, Gloria had actually broken in. We had blocked the door, so she ended up going through the vent, which the wood was not there at the time, and it wasn't good. So we ended up keeping the little ones out in the pen for the night, and Gloria and Lily got their home. So each morning now I separate the coop, put the little ones in the extended run, and then let out the ladies. So I'm gonna do that now. The ladies don't like being trapped in this late in the morning. I should have been up a little earlier. But so this is how we're keeping them separated. A little bit of chicken wire, they can still see each other. Everything has calmed down a little bit. So I had them together for about half an hour yesterday, and there obviously was some pecking to establish a pecking order, but it didn't seem like Gloria was trying to kill them this time, which is much better. They're not happy right now with me in here. So I think I'll be letting them together for short periods of time, but for the most part keeping them separated for probably about a week. The little ones sleep on this little roost here in the pen, and they don't seem to mind. I'm hoping once we let them in the coop with the other ones, they'll get used to sleeping in there. Obviously, hopefully before winter. But they seem to be pretty happy out here for the night. So before we went to exchange for the 3-month-olds, we did lots of research on what to look for to try and determine a hen versus rooster at a young age. The videos made it look like it was pretty simple, but in person especially being a first-time chicken owner. It was not as easy as you can imagine. And the farmer said she only had 4 left, so there was only 1 that we didn't end up getting. Because we ended up going back 3 months, our roosters were 6 months old, she let us take 3 of the 3-month-olds instead of just 2. So here are the little ones. So they said to look at the tail feathers. Hens will have round tail feathers, which you can see the white one does. Although we have been guessing that the black one's a rooster and the white one's a rooster, just based off personality. And we're hoping the brown one is a hen, but we're going in with the mindset that they are all roosters, so we don't get disappointed this time around. It's a little hard to tell right now at 3 months, so hopefully in a month or 2, when their adult feathers start coming in, we'll have an easier time telling. When you hold the brown one, she's very calm, doesn't really put up too much of a fuss. And when you hold the other 2, they kind of spaz out a little bit like a rooster would. So hopefully in a week, they will all be living together happily. I think the slow introduction is definitely the way to go. I have also heard when adding new birds, you should quarantine the new ones for at least a week, just so they don't make your birds sick. Of course, after we brought them home, we did all this research and found this out. We were very rushed in picking the little ones up because we had to get rid of the roosters. They were starting to crow, and we didn't want to get in trouble by bylaw, and we didn't want to upset the neighbors. So everything was pretty rushed. Lily and Gloria are still not laying eggs, but hopefully soon. And hopefully we'll get at least 1 hen out of the new bunch. There aren't always easy days when you're homesteading. I found that out last week. That was one of the hardest days, the day we brought the new ones home and dropped off the roosters. Got the girls having a rooftop party behind me. But that's just part of it. There's ups and downs, you pick yourself up, you keep going. And now, today, things are much better. Showing your boss. That's okay, just don't try and kill him. So far, not too bad.